All right, yo, I'm back. So, luckily for me, I was posted to Kaduna, and the first week in camp, I just got an email. So yeah, for me, I was in camp. I just got an interview. Like, I just got an email on my phone that okay, I should come for interview next week. So that day, I had to like talk to my friends that okay, is it possible to actually leave camp? So, and they told me okay, this is the process. I have to go and see so and so. Mm-hmm. So I went to see my platoon officer. I explained okay, this is what's going to happen. So one thing I've learned in this life is, regardless of your situation, sometimes you just need to be truthful. Yeah. If you are truthful, people that want to actually help you will help you. So like he just gave me like okay, this is what I'm going to do, like that. So I just went. I got the exit on a Sunday. I went to camp. I didn't even prepare, so I had to go to the market to buy everything I was going to wear for the interview. So yeah, I made it to the interview. I didn't really have time to like study in camp because of all the activities and yeah. So and I was tired. All I wanted to do is sleep. So, but one thing that I talked about was like have experience, your internship. Yeah. When I came for the interview, it was basically the things that I've done before my previous internship before I went for camp. Those were the things they were asking me because how I dealt with people. So how I faced challenges, how I solved them. Mm-hmm. So basically, those were the things that like okay, that I was asked in the interview. So from there, all I wanted to do, to be honest, was let me just come for the interview. So that if my friends ask me like how far, I will tell them I once upon a time I interviewed in this company before. Like that's the only reason why I came, not because like I was like too serious.
And speaking of you being fruitful, I remember the job I had before I got here, and I can say that job like gave me the opportunity to actually get this one, because what I was doing there was what like helped my CV to be fit for this particular one I'm doing now. I remember I went for it was the first logistics intern role that I applied for. And how I got called, I don't know. I shan't know that God did it. So I went for the interview. I actually studied on possible logistics intern. But the way into interviews are, right? They are going to be asking based on what they want in that particular office. So logistics is actually very broad. It's not like a 1 week thing. We have under supply chain, right? We have procurement, we have logistics, we have fleet, we have all of that. So you might not even know the exact path they are going to like ask you. So most times, right, experience in that particular role is what is best for you to like answer the question. Like when you have that experience, when they're asking, you know how to answer. But if you're just like reading paper, just reading, you might not really know how to answer. Jonathan, so I went for the interview, they were asking me questions, and I was just like, I was saying the truth, I don't know it. And then as I was like, so I threw it back at them. Can you please tell me the answer? And they did. I'm writing it down. And my interviewer, don't do what I did in the interview because they might not take it. But like you said, risk. I just told you that okay, at least if you don't come back for this particular job, let's be there that I came for this interview. I'd already gotten these answers. So when I apply again somewhere else, I have some answers I already know about from a professional, because obviously the person that interviewed me is a professional in that particular field. So I was writing it down. And the mom was like, why are you writing in an interview? And I'm like, the smart me now said, I'm writing it down so that when I start to work with you, I don't have to ask them questions again. Then they started laughing. That was how sharp I started writing. But I was true to myself. Imagine if I don't know it, obviously. I'll not be like, I don't know it. And I'll not be humble enough to even ask questions. I'll just look up and be performing, I don't know it. Next question.
Yeah, so
like
everything that we have been saying is still like still falls back to the beginning of this conversation about do something, don't just stay idle. So if you say, I want to find something in that particular field and start doing it, because like if you wait, it's the experience that you gain here. Even you might be in that place and you now see new areas that they actually need professionals, and you can develop skills there and just become great in that field.
Okay, so we're talking a lot about transitioning from an undergraduate into like the real labor market, right? And we've spoken about being honest with yourself, like gather experience, be ready at any point in time because opportunity can come at any point in time, and also don't close your mouth when it comes to telling people that you need a job. Like let people around you know you're looking for a job. You don't have that thing about paying people to write a CV. What do you think about it?
So it's not everybody that actually like you said, the best way to find anything is via maybe YouTube or online. But the thing is, like sometimes if you don't have,
I think the one I'm against, right, is the one that people that come up with a very beautiful CV, and then the person that come up that they're writing it for can literally not defend what is in that CV.
Yeah, that's
like you should be able to defend every single thing on your CV.
Yeah. So that's like I think that's just the
I remember when I was trying to get like a good job. I had CVs for NGOs, for private firms. Like I went to go and search for templates on LinkedIn and also on Google. Like CVs for NGO, what does it look like? What's the template? So I had the one for NGOs. I had one for like private organizations. I didn't know for government and banks, because that was not my target market. I wasn't targeting banks and government organizations. I was targeting mostly international jobs and some private. But then I was actually focused on international jobs. So you should also have like your focus. Be open-minded, right? But also good to have like a particular sector in mind. I wanted NGOs so bad. It was either NGOs or embassies. And I said this in my video about while waiting. If you've not seen it, you can actually go back to see it. What to do while waiting. You have to carry a positive mindset and also like act what you want to see, right? You just
no, like I'm just like actually I'm agreeing to a point. Like everybody that knows me, I'm always like very.
I'm not asking you to fake it before you make it.
I'm actually very positive.
Yeah, you have to be very positive.
Sometimes, although we all believe in God, but they are like, we might not.
Do you know this thing that my best friends do? We used to yap each other with the job that we want to get. Like, maybe she ask me for money, I'm like, you forgot it? Maybe she asked for money, she's like, you cannot have the money. Like, I cannot have the money. Me and I'm working so please. Like, because we want it to happen. Yeah. I'm not saying that we did our own part too, but that positive energy.
You just need positivity every time. That's let me just go back to the point of, if you look at Nigeria, if you look at what's going on in Nigeria, like the rate of unemployment, you'll be like, okay, how am I going to like maybe get a job or something?
People are getting jobs.
But people are still getting jobs. So you just have to like have that mindset. You work hard for it though. Like that's my own thing. I always believe that if I actually put effort into something, definitely it's going to pay me off.
Yeah, most definitely.
So just have that positive mindset. Block off negative things. Yeah. Just block off the negative things, block off the unemployment. Although it's happening, sometimes it might be like life might throw some challenges that will make you doubt.
I came for this particular interview, right? I didn't sleep for a minute. Do you know even when I got the job, I was still dancing and said, can I do this job? My friends were like, you go through that process of interview. And those actually like interviewed you, that saw you would do the job. They don't think you can do the job. What is wrong with you? So you have to have that confidence in yourself that can do this. Have like a target, a targeted organization you want to work, like a sector, then work towards it. Don't say because you want a job in an embassy, you know, now take private organization. If you don't have an experience somewhere, you can work somewhere else. So go with what you are seeing at the particular at the time, and then still work towards what you want. Like I'm sure Dami didn't get here like just immediately. Yeah, like you said, he had done like lots of internships before he eventually got something that was suitable for him, right? Yeah. So you see us like do what you find, whatever it comes your way. But at the same time, don't forget your goal when you find something doing.
Then also when you are at those jobs, just make sure you give your best.
Exactly.
Like give your best.
Yeah.
No matter how the company, the organization is. One thing that I've found out is when we complain about stuff, if you complain about stuff and you can't change it, you're just wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of whatever the organization is doing, just give it your best, like your best shot.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when it's going to like come and pay off. Because I can remember one of the questions they asked me was like maybe how I faced like a difficult client and how I resolved it. Like I met you. My job involved me like meeting good people, then meeting like very terrible people too, but you have to like still do your job regardless and still maintain the image. Even not minding like, oh, maybe this company is not paying me well, I'll just do the job shabbily. It's not me they will come and meet at the end of the day. It's not my property.
It's not my job. Be your mindset.
So just do the best you can, because one day you are planning on having your own thing.
Your own,
So, or even if you are not planning on having your own thing, you might be a boss in somebody else's company, and when you get to the top, the decisions that you make will either drive the company forward, or you will like drive it backward. And if you drive it backward, definitely they are going to fire you. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. So yeah, that's.
And another thing that I want us to really talk about is money being a motivation when it comes to jobs. How much was the first salary you started working?
Yeah, let me say, my first internship was like around. I started like 10k. So it was like 10k.
Mine was even better.
No, it was like 10k. Then
but that was when you were in school, right?
That was like 2013. So then from there, like after
first job
after like 2 months, they increased it to like 25,000.
The first job I got while I finished school was they paid me 20k, right? And that 20k was like good, because all I wanted at that time was a job, like an experience. Money was not a motivation, and I can say that it worked for me because I wasn't looking at the money. So even when people were like, I earned 20k, I wasn't seeing the money. I wanted to just learn and add value to myself. So the money was like icing on the cake, right? And I was even able to, because money was not really the motivation at that particular point in time. Value was, I was looking for value. I was able to manage a little that I was getting. I was content, right? Because the moment you feel like, oh, the money is not plenty, that's when you're looking for more. You don't begin to stress. You don't focus on the job well.
It's not a bad thing to look for more. But
it's not a bad thing to look for more, but at the same time,
the thing is, definitely, the more money you make, the more responsibility
comes your way.
Responsibility as regards the work. So if you say you want to be earning a millionaire, you have to have the skills and
the competence,
the ability to justify that money. So money is good. So like, I won't say money is the at least for me, the internship I got here, from internship to transition to being like full-time role. But the way it was, like I said earlier, what did I say? I saw, okay, I could do this job. Then the money now follow. So like,
that's what I was trying to say. Like, if money is like the first thing you're trying to see in a job, I don't think you're going to like give in your best shot.
No, right? It depends though. It depends too. Like, definitely, if I'm working somewhere and there's an opportunity elsewhere that pays me more,
of course, But I mean, don't get to my point. You're already working somewhere that's led you to that place. Yeah, but as a fresh graduate, that you're trying to build experience, money should not be driving force.
I will agree to disagree. Depending. So like, first of all, let's say I'm working somewhere, I want to get the experience, and they're trying to pay me.
So let's say you're finishing school, I want to get a job.
You want to get a job, definitely. I need to consider things like my cost. Like maybe how much it's going to cost me to get to that job at the end of the day. So if I calculate, I do, okay, how much is going to cost me to feed myself. If I do the maths and
I'm
going to be at a loss. Except I really like the job and I feel like, okay, the experience that I'm getting here is just very invaluable.
Because the first job I actually got, paid 20k, right? My transport then was about, I think, 14k in a month, right? So I was able to say, okay, this remaining 6k, I'll go now.
So I
was able to so there are days that maybe if I close, I don't like do overtime, I close early. I still walk a bit halfway. In my head, I'm taking it as I'm walking out. Right? And then there are days I actually pressure people to get to a particular place and whatnot. And I'm not saying you should do suffer aid, because truly trust me, then those suffer aid, all those whatever. But if I had not gotten that job, like I said, my CV that I had before I entered, before I finished school, was on M&E. And what I was doing for this person was more like an admin intern, like I think admin, marketing and communications intern. And that's me like now building a career path that is be close to what I studied, right? That's where I learned how to write letter. I studied English, I didn't know how to write letter. Like, it's a shameful thing, but I'm not actually saying. I don't know how to say it. I didn't know how to like respond to emails and all that. It was on that job that my boss was. It was like he taught me well. It was patience like teaching. Or there are days that you get tired of like this girl. But then because I was actually, he saw that I actually really wanted to learn. So it would give me these things to actually do. And then when you keep doing and doing and doing it, you'll be able to like, you know. And this IT guy that was also like working for the organization. Shout out to you, David. He goes watch the video. He's always watching my YouTube videos. And then he also like actually look at what I'm doing. And that's also me. My letters to use Google Drive, all Google Calendar and all of that. It taught me a lot of Google Analytics and blah blah blah. Do you get? So that time when I saw the kind of potential that the job was giving me, I didn't like really worry about the money anymore, right? So I feel like all my trekking and petty with people, at the end of the day, like I was actually like adding a lot of value to myself. So I would say that, like you said, money is very important. You don't have to be killing yourself over something that you like. But know that what I saw, if I tell you to actually ask to suffer a bit, make sure that is what I gaining from that place. You're adding enough value to yourself that if that's what yourself not going to be for so long. Because I did it before NYSC, and when NYSC came, I knew for a fact that I didn't want to go back to that place, right? That was already ready to go into like a better organization. And as God will have it, NYSC, I got a good place to serve. And when I got there, the knowledge I got from that place, I took it there. They don't do interview for purpose, but they did for me. It was annoying. Because normally when they give you like your PPA, whatever, your letter, you go there and they say they brought me here.
When it's not
and
then yeah, but for me, like everything now is because like there are so many people that are vying for just few spots, so they also like everybody wants the best of the best.
And because you're going to put me in HR department, so I think they want
everybody wants the best of the best. So like another thing I'm going to add is like when you have the experience, it helps you like experience and the skills to do a job. It gives you the ability not to settle for less. So if you are not settling for less, you are making more money. Yeah. So that's the thing. Yeah. Then okay, this is the only job available. Let me just do it. So that's the difference. Yeah. So money is very important. Key, critical. So.
But don't let it be your driving force.
Yeah, definitely. Can't be your driving force.
Don't let it be your driving force, and let it be your motivation. There's a level. No, damn it, there's a level you reach.
You can motivate.
Damn it, there's a level you reach back.
Yeah.
The money has to be it for you. Because you already have like they're begging you to come and take a job. I have people that be like, that I don't have this job because, and I'll be like, hey, this is our generation.
Yeah, that's the way.
Because they already got to a level where people are actually like, people are begging for their expertise. Yes.
They know their worth basically.
So because now we are talking to those that are about to leave school. You know that our system in Nigeria doesn't really give you the liberty to learn. It's only if you attend a private university. I know most of them go to private university, they have opportunities to like go on conferences, like go on seminars, they do internships, like proper internships before they even like leave school. But for a government university, I don't think that thing is there.
Everything at the end of the day, one thing that we went to government schools.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes when you go to school actually like influences you.
A bit. A lot. I think
like
it's a whole lot.
For us in Lagos, like
it's a whole lot.
At least for my own side, people are like hungry. They are just hungry for opportunities.
Yeah, and then our school also teaches you like the theory part. Don't teach you like the technical part.
Yeah, that's why you take.
Or you just go to school. Yeah, you just go to school and learn this, learn that. But in the theory aspect, they don't like practice. I feel like in our education system, but they should like incorporate this part where in every session, right? Even if it's just like a month out of 2 sessions, like. Practice what you are being taught. Like you should put this IT they do. It should be for all departments. It shouldn't be only for like a particular department. I feel like you should actually like take it to all departments. Where imagine me finishing school, that's right, and I studied English, that's like that. So imagine if I was in school, right, and maybe mid-semester they send us to organizations, right? Even those to be non-paid. I mean, we are students. You can do that non-paid internship as well. That go and learn under this space. I can actually whatever I learn in school. I can put it into practice while I'm in that place and even learn from those people. So when I'm finishing school, I'm not just finishing school based on I learned new trends in English. Like I don't have like practical what do you call it, experience. in what I'm doing, right? So it's not left for us as Nigerians, as government schools graduates, to create that practical experience ourselves, right? And that's why we're actually doing this vlog. So that means selling money be a motivation, but me, I'm not saying that one.
I'm not saying that, the way I'm like looking at it is like if I'm like looking at, okay, I want to earn more. So if I want to earn more, do I need to add so skills?
That means as I when you finish school, what any more
everybody wanted money, like
yeah,
okay, first of all, for me, I got one. I was like, when I looked at the conditions, even though the other one I got is still the same amount they were going to pay me, but when I looked at the conditions and the kind of stuff they were offering and what I'm going to learn, I chose something else. When I considered, okay, how much I was going to be spending, I was like, man, I'm not going to do this one. This one offers me the same money, but I'm still going to make more if I just do so and so and like that. So that's why I say money is very important. Nobody wants to be working and not make money now, so it does not make sense at the end of the day.
I get it. So all we're just saying is, like, you have to be ready. You also have to teach yourself, like they taught you in school, but at the same time, the labor market is not smiling. There is a very competitive market. So you have to like bring something to the table to also have something, right? And like Dami said, be truthful to yourself. Know your strengths and your weaknesses and leverage on it. And don't wait for don't be shy of your circumstances, like I don't have a job, please. And honestly, when you're leaving school, I think you should focus more on internships. Don't wait for that bank job, that ministry job.
Even the way it is right now, most companies, they rather offer you a graduate internship.
Graduate internships. So. And I don't think people know that you can actually get a job before you even serve. Like you can actually get a job.
And also, don't limit yourself to Nigeria alone. So
yes, check abroad.
Especially
if you have very good results.
It's not even about results. You have the skills to do stuff. Sometimes you might not even have the skills like that, but they want to see your passion.
Your passion,
okay, on your own. When you were faced with this difficulty,
what did you do?
How did you learn stuff on your own? So the world is a global space now. So you can apply online, apply it to foreign gigs, and you get it. So don't let the Nigerian factor just limit you alone.
I mean, we'll all be at the top, but at the same time,
yep.
While we are still here, what are we doing to get to the top, right? So thank you guys for watching this video. This is like the part. I don't know the part because we've already spoken a whole lot, and I'm still going to have a lot of people on this particular topic. Like we've had Dami, that is a chef, is not actually agreeing to side gig. So I'll bring someone that will agree to side gig and why they have side gig on the show. So thank you, Dami, for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking and commenting. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not. That means beg them to subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe. Bye guys.
All right.